Derp. Forgetting notes. So, hey YouTube, it's Burger Bob, Aiden, whatever you want to call me. You're catching me in my warm-up. I just started playing like 3 minutes ago. And I haven't really told you guys, but I put up a video of me doing First Notes. First Notes 2016 or whatever. And when I watched that video, I realized my warm-up kind of sucked. And I've never done it since. Yeah, so my new warm-up is basically just random things that I feel like I need on that day, which is probably more what I actually need and not just a bunch of stuff. And I have to say I only came to that conclusion because that previous warm-up got me to where I am now. So, take that for what you will. I think a good, solid, standard warm-up for a long time is probably a good thing. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I got a question from Chris Geiger, who I'm friends with on Facebook, also asking me to talk about how I chose my master's and post-grad programs. Because I'm in a master's now and I'm auditioning at a post-grad program as we speak. And first of all, I have to say my situation is not probably what everyone's situations are, because everyone's different. Especially like bachelors, everyone kind of does the same thing. You go to a school and you go there for 4 years or so, or 6 like I did, and then you do your thing. Masters is a little different. It gets more specialized. There's not as many of you. Schools are different. The way you do the programs are very different from school to school. Unlike bachelor's, where it's kind of like take classes, play trombone, take not music classes. So, man, sorry, my back is kind of itchy. It's weird. So how did I get into my master's? It's kind of weird, but I knew the director of bands, or I guess director of this, from when he taught me at Troopers in 2008, 2009, and a little bit in 2010. He was a consultant. And I guess he liked me, and I didn't really know at the time. And like a few years ago, 2012, he asked me to come teach the UCLA marching band band camp. And I was like, sure, I got to come to LA for free and come teach a band. That's cool. And then I came back in 2014, and then he was like, hey, do you want to be a grad student at UCLA? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so I auditioned, because you can't just like get in for free with no, like I can't just like get in even though I suck at trombone. I had to audition, and I got in because I could play like pretty well for my level. And so I got into UCLA that way. Coming out of undergrad, I'm not sure I really expected to do a master's, because I did so very poorly in my undergrad. I graduated with barely a 3.0, like just barely. And most of that was because I was in 3 or 4 ensembles every semester. We did semesters there. And those ensembles floated my GPA, because I always got A's, because it's hard to get not an A in an ensemble. Otherwise, I would have been completely out of luck. I was a horrible student. I took way too long. Like I told you, it took 6 years to finish a bachelor's, which nominally should take 4. Some people take 5, but I took 6 because I was a horrible student. And so when I thought about master's, I was like, man, this sounds hard, and I'm already a bad student, and like I don't know about it. And then I came here and I have a GPA of a 3.89. I'm doing great, and this is way different than undergrad. So, I would say, if you play at a okay level, well, okay, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say if you think you're good enough for a master's, and you can do it, maybe do it. And my big thing was, both here at UCLA and at the program I'm auditioning for, they are free. UCLA is not technically free. I have a TA-ship. I am a teaching assistant for the Department Marching Band. Hey, this thing that I keep referencing. I'm a teaching assistant, so I get paid for doing that, and it pays for school. So, it's not free for everybody, but if you get a TA-ship, it's free. And that's why I did it. If Gordon had said, the band director had said, hey, come to UCLA, but you still have to pay $20,000, I would have been like, sorry, that's not worth it. Because I did undergrad for free, and I'm doing this for free, and if I get into this post-grad program, it'll also be free. And I will have spent no money on school. I mean, there's obviously some expenses and stuff that I will have spent for school, but I will not have student loans. And not having student loans is like the biggest thing, especially for musicians. Like, I love music. That's obviously what I want to do. I'm okay at it. But you do not really make enough money to make $100,000 in student loans worth it. So, that's basically my prerogative. If it's free, I'll do it. And that's basically my guiding principle. So, for you, not everyone gets into undergrad for free. I went to the cheapest four-year college in the United States. So, like, I even if I had gotten no scholarship, nothing else, I would have had almost nothing in student loans anyway because it's so cheap. So, not everyone went to the undergrad I went to, and I wouldn't really recommend that because it was like an okay school, but I don't know if it was worth going to the cheapest one in the United States just for that. So I've kind of gotten lucky at every stage here, and not everyone will. But for masters, it's not that hard to get a master's for at least, like scholarship and a TA-ship and stuff like that. So I would say think about your financial future, which is a little more important than you might think at age 18, 19, 17, 16, whatever. Think about that financial future. Think about future you and how you're going to feel about having a bunch of student loans, especially from a master's, which might be more expensive, or a doctoral program, which will be also expensive. If you have student loans from undergrad right now, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just try and cap it at just those student loans and try and get everything else for free. So basically, try and do things for a very little money. That's it. I'll make another video about the next question I got.